I guarantee you that this is the only Mous 25-liter backpack review that you'll ever have to watch. And you're gonna wanna watch the entire review, because if this is not the bag for you, I will make some alternative recommendations for bags that I think better suit your specific needs. Let's start by talking about the gist of the Mous 25-liter backpack. Mous is a company that exploded onto the scene with their viral phone cases. They got a great marketing team, and I've got their phone case itself, and it's actually really nice. And they sort of made a name for themselves by talking about how protective their phone cases are and how durable they are. And they brought that to this bag. So really, the main selling point is the protection, particularly with the laptop, and the durability and overall weather resistance of the bag in general. It's 25 liters, which in my opinion is a bit big for an everyday carry. Not for everyone, it depends. For me, I like it to be around 18 to 20, but 25 liters is also awesome because it can sort of double up. It can be a slightly large everyday carry, or a perfect weekend travel pack, or a slightly small week-long travel pack, right? That's what 25 liters brings to the table. It's made with waterproof materials. The main compartment is accessed via a fidlock magnet, which has this really sort of interesting setup that I've never seen before, which I'll talk about extensively 2 sections from now. There's over 17 pockets and compartments, so if organization is a big thing for you. The style is very urban, very sort of modern, techie, rocket pack-ish. It comes in one color option, black. It comes in weighing a pretty heavy 3.9 pounds. Because of its structure, it always maintains its shape, so it looks the exact same whether it's empty or full. And I'm gonna pack this bag out throughout this entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. This is the bag on me. It comes with a pretty impressive 25-year warranty against any manufacturing defects. And for all that, as of recording, this backpack currently runs around $250 US. Now, if at any point you're like, Mous backpack, 25 liters, ultimate protection, durable materials, I want one, and you're gonna make a purchase, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and it also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel, which we greatly appreciate. All right, let's kick off the review by talking about the front of the Mous 25-liter backpack. I always start with branding. Mous's branding is a bit loud for my taste. It's right here, it's front and center. It's not a logo that I emotionally necessarily connect with, but it could be worse. It's not like Mous, it's just kind of like Mous. Now let's talk about these materials, because I'm a backpack nerd and materials are very important to me, especially at a $250 price point. You can see where I'm coming from. And on the Mous website, it says Cordura, and then some lines down later, it also says Cordura, which is great because Cordura is one of the greatest material manufacturers on the planet. But this main material is some sort of PU coated ballistic or carbonated nylon, great for durability and fantastic for weather resistance. But because I'm not sure if it's Cordura or if it's not, I can't speak about the long-term durability of it. Let me know in the comments below if you know what this material is, if this is the Cordura or if it's not. From there on the front, let's talk about the biggest thing in terms of the identity of this bag, and that's this fidlock magnet right here. Fidlock, like Cordura, is a brand, and similar to how Cordura makes the best materials, Fidlock makes the best freaking magnetic hardware in the world. And it's so satisfying to use, especially this one. This magnet is used on a crap ton of backpacks. Boundary Supply, Modern Dayfarer, Black Ember, the list goes on. And this magnet, you just sort of pull this tab and you're in. And then the snapback though, oh, that's the best. Super secure, super easy to access. And just, if you're spending $250 on a backpack, this gives you that little extra satisfaction that makes the purchase worth it. And then we have some excess nylon here, which allows you to loosen or tighten this fidlock, which it's not like a classic roll top where you can increase the expansion, but maybe if you want to throw a jacket in there and use this to compress it down, it's actually a pretty nifty feature. Okay, now let's talk about the middle of the Mous 25-liter backpack. There's a lot to talk about. Let's start with the sides and the bottom, and then we'll work our way into the actual main compartment. Side number 1, we have a grab handle. It's only on one side. Nice padding, good webbing, good for an extra point of leverage. It's not centered, so you're not gonna ever really wanna carry your backpack in briefcase mode like this. It's just a way to sort of grab your bag, gives you an extra point of leverage. Below that, we have something very interesting that I actually quite like, which is a PU-coated YKK zipper that gives you access to this little tiny pocket that is just for your keys. This key holder is done by Woojin. Woojin, yet again, great brand name. They do fantastic hardware. And I like this for a few reasons, but the primary reason is access. So when you're coming home, you just took a 3-day vacation through Tokyo, getting some work done, you're a little jet lagged. You wanna get into your apartment, you don't wanna have to go into this main compartment to dig your keys out. You just know your keys are always right frickin' here. And the magnetic closure allows you to take your keys off nice and easily, unlock your door, and to put it back, And the PU coating zip, just make sure that your keys stay away from water, which is nice if there's like an air tag or something. I don't know, just a little extra peace of mind. And because the pocket is waterproof and gives you a little extra space, I'll throw some tissues in there too, just in case. Utilize the extra space, right? From there, let's talk about the bottom. We've got these 2 external lash points, right, with these clips. These come included with the bag, and this is great for external carry, right? If you have like a jacket, you can go ahead and put it on the bottom, compress it into place. Same thing like a tripod or a yoga mat. I'm not somebody who uses external carry a lot, but I'd like to hear from you. Like, is this a feature that you use a lot on a backpack? Let me know in the comments below. For the other side, we have a water bottle pocket, and I like this water bottle pocket for a few reasons. First of all, we have additional expansion, and that elasticity of the expansion allows the pocket to stay nice and flush when you're not utilizing it. But when you actually want to put a water bottle in there, like this 22-ounce Columbia, it can fit nice, and that elasticity helps to keep it nice and tight. But a lot of times this elasticity will sort of wear out over time, so over the years, it might not stay as flush as it does when you first get the bag. And something that I like too is that Mous included this right here, which is like this little sort of external lash point, right? Really nice metal hardware to help give it a premium feel. This can be used to maybe compress your bag a little bit, but really this is great for sort of keeping things in place that you put here. So for instance, if you want to just make sure that your water bottle is extra secure, you can go ahead and like loop this around that part, right? Just to make sure your water bottle doesn't fall out. Or if you want to put like a tripod or something in there, you can put the tripod in there, use this to keep it secure, umbrella, whatever it is, it's just an extra point of security. Now we have a top pocket. This pocket has some microfiber material, which means it's usually good for things that are more fragile. Think sunglasses, phone. The pocket is a little bit tight, but you can see that my fake Ray-Bans fit in there, no problemo. Good, secure, seems well padded, maybe a bit tight for my taste, but the PU-coated YKK zip is a nice feature to have as well. Now let's sort of talk about like the most interesting thing about this bag, which is like really how this front goes into the middle, into the main compartment, because you got like this old school top loader sort of a thing mixed with this new school like closure. It's different. So you can see once you undo the fidlock, you open this up and we have 2 zips that get you into the main compartment. The main compartment, yet again, PU coated for weather resistance. And are you YKK zips? I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, absolutely. We are like 10 for 10 for YKK zips, which is great because just like to help us rationalize that price point. But a few quick notes about this access. Number one, it's great because security, right? So if you got things in your main compartment, expensive camera gear, tech gear, and you just want to keep it secure from the elements like the weather and from potential thieves, this extra layer, because you know, you think about the steps, you got 1, 2, all of this weatherproofing, and then you got 3, 4. It's a lot to get into the main compartment. You're gonna feel it, but so would a potential thief. And so does the rain, right? I mean, this closure by itself would protect your stuff from the elements, but then you add in this waterproofingness on top of it, I mean, you're good to go. But Mous did something interesting too with these 2 zippers as to where you can sort of get creative and put the zippers on, different sides, right? So if you wanna have maybe a side access point that you can go ahead and get access into the main compartment, you can do that. It takes a little bit of customization, a little bit of creativity, and it will decrease the securityness, right? Obviously, because if you can open it super easily, so can a thief. But that's the whole sort of relationship between security and accessibility. There's always gonna be a give and a take. And the reason that I know this is, I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually building my own backpack here on the Nomads Nation YouTube channel. And the security / accessibility question is, I lose sleep at night sometimes. And that's right, yeah, I've reviewed over 300 bags. I love backpacks so much. I'm making my own, and not only am I making my own, I'm documenting the whole process here on the channel, and I'm getting you involved. That means we're doing votes on the features, the colors, the materials, the security, the access. It's the first community developed backpack of its kind. And to learn more about it and get a super in-depth behind the scenes look, you're gonna wanna check out the second link in the description. That link will tell you more about the project. You can sign up to our email list and get to voting. I hope to see you in your inbox. Back to this guy. Let's talk about the main compartment. So we're at 25 liters, so you can see there's a decent amount of room in there. And because of the padding, like I said, this bag keeps its structure, and we got a lot of pockets. On this flap, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. These 2 top ones are good for smaller tidbits of gear. I like the mesh, elastic, see-through mesh is great because you can actually remember what you put in the pocket, because I sometimes forget what I put where. It happens. I think this is good for camera gear. I don't really do a lot of camera stuff, so I'm gonna just throw some backup coins in there and maybe a backup credit card and cash, right? In case I lose my wallet, you just never know. It's good to have backup just in case. It's a perfect fit. I like that. Next pocket, also a little bit of elasticity, but no mesh. For me, pockets like these are great for wires because wires are gross and unsightly, and the non-meshiness means that they're hidden, but yet organized and in their place, and that's exactly where my wires will go. And then for the last pocket right here, pretty big pocket, pretty nice mesh. Not gonna lie, Mouse, I'm pretty impressed. You guys did not really cut corners on your materials. For me, seems like a good spot for some tech stuff. I'm gonna throw my Kindle in there and a backup battery. Notice over here, we have this little inconspicuous pocket, ideal for an air tag. Pop your air tag in there, extra security. Basically all bags are coming with this at this point in time. And then we have a pocket on the top, a big old pocket here, like a water bottle pocket there, and then a side pocket on the side panel. Really, these pockets are for whatever you want to organize in it, right? I mean, I don't need this many pockets in my bag. It's a bit of pocket overkill for me. I don't like super minimalist where there's like 2 pockets. It's too minimalist for me. I also don't need like 20 pockets like Mouse is doing here or what Nomatic does. I like in the 10-ish range, if I can be so picky. But you know, I can always find things to put, right? So I got backup snack, never know when you get hungry, throw a protein bar up top, umbrella, and this guy right here. I know someone's gonna ask though, so let me double check. Can a water bottle fit in case you want to carry your water bottle internally? My 22-ounce Columbia, like a glove. That means screw it, I'll carry my umbrella on the outside now. I always take a tote everywhere I go, cut down on single-use plastics, right? Try and do my part for the planet. That'll go on the side. Then for the big pocket, I got a tripod, little pen case. Tried Muay Thai recently, so I'm gonna see if those will fit in there as well. Those are my hand wraps for Muay Thai. Oh yeah, everything's got a spot, everything's super organized. So now you can see I got basically all my everyday carry stuff in there, but there's a lot of room left, right? And that's what a 25-liter bag allows you to do. So if you want to go on that weekend trip, you can throw a little packing cube right there, some clothes, a jacket, you know, but if you have a bunch of tech stuff, you can also pack it out with that as well. And one thing about this pocket that I like on the side is that if you do want to leave this right there on the side and close this up, like for instance, I'm going shopping, going to Marks and Spencer, need to grab me some avocados and a few other things, I can swing the bag around, quick access, and then whatever's in that pocket, I can grab fairly easily. And one more thing to note about this interior is I love the color choice. We've got a gray color, which is lighter, which helps to create sort of a highlight effect, which makes it easier to find your gear. Let's talk about the back of the Mous Backpack 25-liter. And we're gonna start with arguably the most important aspect, at least in terms of their marketing, which is the security and protection of the laptop compartment. We've got great padding, great organization, and a false bottom. Now, here's what's interesting though. On the Mous website, it says it can fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro without the laptop sleeve, or a 13-inch MacBook Pro with the laptop sleeve, which is very peculiar. So I have a 13-inch, and you can see it fits in, no problemo. But yeah, we got a little bit of wiggle room, right? Now, it's not the end of the world. To be honest, I wouldn't think much about it because I would just sort of secure this into place. And one other good note about this laptop sleeve is we do have a bit of a false bottom. False bottoms just help protect your laptop in the situation that you drop it, and you can see the false bottom stops, where do you stop? Like right around here, so you got about 1 inch, which means if it falls, your bag will protect your laptop. Overall, I think this is a good laptop case. It's a great one, it's top notch. And it should be noted the iPad Pocket can fit up to an iPad Pro 12.9 inch. I also didn't mention Mouse's zippers. They use these zipper pulls, which I commend them for, because these zipper pulls are the most functional zipper pulls. I hate the way they look though. I think they look so like, I don't know, unsophisticated, just like kind of lame. But, you know, Mous is like, we don't care about how they look, we want functionality. These zipper pulls, just like because of the way they're designed, super easy to open and to close, to wrap your finger around. And like once or twice, like you might accidentally drop your bag, you could like literally hold the bag with the poles. All right, back panel. Got a little hanging guy right here. You can hold the bag like this if you want for 10 seconds or so, but it's really just for hanging. Love this guy right here. We've got a hidden-ish back wallet pocket. You don't have to put a wallet in here, but that's what these pockets are best for. Reason being, A, they're against your back and they're just kind of slim, so you don't want to put anything super bulky in there. But B, because it's against your back, it gives you extra security, so B1, but B2 is the accessibility. So when you want to grab your wallet, you just swing it around, unzip, grab your wallet, pay for what you need, continue on, zip up with your day. PU coated as well. For me, a back wallet pocket is like a must-have on every backpack. What do you think? Like, do you need a back wallet pocket on your backpack? It's crucial for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But while I have been fairly impressed with this Mous backpack so far, let me tell you one element that I think could have been better. That's these shoulder straps. Now on the pros, I like the width of them. Thicker shoulder straps help to bear the weight of whatever you're carrying by distributing the weight across like a wider part of your shoulders. So that's good. And this material feels nice. It's like a Lycra or a spandex, super smooth, so it's not too coarse. But the actual styrofoam they use kind of feels cheap to me a little bit. It's lightweight, which is also nice, but I don't know. I'd have to really test this out for a long period of time. I have a feeling that it will end up fitting your body nicely, but it just feels like maybe a couple corners were cut in terms of the actual padding. So the long-termness of these shoulder straps I can't really comment on at this point in time. Should be fine, but just something to be aware of. On the shoulder straps, we have a little external lash point right here. Good to clip things on, carry things externally. Ideal for like iPods. You got the little case of the carabiner, pop them on. Jams are nothing but a half a second reach away. Lower down, we have these lash points. These are daisy chains, which are ideal for your sternum strap. Sternum straps are key for backpacks in this size. Yeah, 25 liters, especially if you're really packing it out. Got a lot of tech gear. You can put the sternum strap on, magnetic connection, which I like at this price point. We've got a web holder too, right? Keeps the dangle in its place. And now we got less pressure on our backs and more weight redistributed towards our torso. And you can adjust the height of the sternum strap based on your body's needs. Finally, the back panel. I like the back panel more than I like the shoulder straps. We've got really nice ventilation going on. This material has lots of rivets, lots of dents, lots of ways that air can pass to and fro, right? And it's made more airflow-y with this mesh that they have, which just helps the breathing. And on par with this being a travel backpack is that you have a luggage pass-through holder right here. So in the situation that you are traveling with a suitcase, you can go ahead and pop this on to the luggage handle, slide it on, but the bag will be sideways, so that's something to keep into consideration as well. I prefer when the luggage pass-through holder is like this, then you can just pop it on like that. Let's wrap this up by talking about the overall pros and the overall cons of the Mous 25-liter backpack. Overall pro number one, impressive materials. Fidlock, Woojin, Cordura, YKK. I don't feel like this bag is ripping you off. Pro number two, highly weather resistant, especially with all the materials and the PU coated YKK zippers. And pro number three is I'm a sucker for quick access, and I think with the keys, the back wallet, and the ability to put these zippers on the side for the main compartment, you do have a lot of quick access options as well. I got a few cons. Here they are. Con number one, 3.9 pounds. This thing is pretty heavy. Con number two, I think for most people, this will be slightly over-engineered or be pocket overkill. And con number three, the jury's still out on the quality of these shoulder straps for the long term. But ultimately, I gotta admit, I'm pretty impressed. Mous's first backpack. I've heard about this for a long time. There's been a lot of hype. So I was really excited to get my hands on it, and I think they did something cool, pretty cool. And if you're like, Aaron, it's not pretty cool. It's awesome. I love it. I'm buying one. And if you're gonna make a purchase, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description. Remember, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and it also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel, which we greatly appreciate. Thank you very much. But you might be sticking around for the alternatives that I promised. Here they are. Alternative recommendation number one is gonna be the Boundary Supply Errant Pro, which is ultimately a very similar style bag, but with a different, more cyberpunk look, a couple more interesting features, and the ability to expand. The Boundary Supply Errant Pro is one of the biggest backpack drops in a long time. It's got a lot of hype. And to learn more about it, you can watch our full review, which is linked in the description below. Alternative recommendation number two is going to be the Sympl Weekender Backpack. It's kind of got a very similar look to the Mous, minus the sort of top flap. Similar color, similar durability, similar weather resistance, similar laptop protection. Just a bit of a different take. And to learn more about the Sympl Weekender travel backpack, also a 25 liter, take a look at the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. And finally, alternative recommendation number three is going to be the Nomatic travel pack. This will be for you if you're like, that thing has 17 pockets. I want 20 pockets or 25 pockets. And I want the ability to expand from 20 to 30 liters. And I want more features. That's what Nomatic's bringing to the table. More pockets, more organization. It's one of the most popular backpacks that I've ever reviewed. It's not perfect, but to learn more about it, watch this video right here, where I break down the full review in person while I'm walking around Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. And be sure to let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron. This is Nomads Nation. We'll catch you next time.